am I if you cut even your career, your job? Who am I today as a person?
And what do I value? Where do I start to recreate and create myself newly as a new person for what those values align? Welcome to the Mind Shift Show here. And today we're in for an extraordinary treat. A person that I met many years ago who's making an impact all over the world as a female leader who is heart-centered, connected, inspired to connect with other women and individuals so that they can live their version of a happy, healthy, and wealthy life. Let me introduce you to the one and only Sylwia. Wonderful, Sylwia. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Rocío. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to our conversation. Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. You and I have had so many conversations throughout the years talking about women and finance and the world and so many different topics. I've had the privilege to be on your inspirational stories, coach inside of your platform and so forth. Now, tell me, give us a little bit of background. You've built a 16-year career in the banking industry as an economist. And give us a little bit of information about you. Like, who is Sylwia?
That's great question. And especially that I am this economist, I must say. It is still sitting on me. So how it started, well, I am from Poland, and what to study? I thought, let's study tourism, was not working. Banking was still not there. I'm talking like, my God, 35 years ago. So I started, studying, economics, something to choose. And then banking came. And though I started working in tourism, it was for Russia, I went to banking. And it was absolutely great. I was making a great career within 6 years in Warsaw. And then I met my husband, future husband, and I moved to the Netherlands. And for 10 years, I was working in the bank here. And then marriage, children, life, right?
Life.
And 10 years in the Netherlands, we went to Brazil to pursue career of my husband. For 8 years, I did enjoy living in Latin America, of course. Was beautiful places, Brazil and Mexico, culture, food, and comida, everything. And then suddenly, one beautiful Sunday, when I was enjoying the weather and book, I got a phone call. I was going to be single again.
Wow.
I came back to the Netherlands. And what should I do? I was about 47. And then I thought about 16 years career at ING Bank. Career, if we talk about then 8 years stay-at-home mom, what can I do with my life? And then I found a coaching program in Amsterdam.
Wow. Like, how do you reinvent yourself in the middle of all that?
I was just reading, what can I do? How can I improve myself? Psychologist, because yes, I was going really through tough time, right? And I will never forget that. It was just before my birthday in September. I received an assignment. Sylwia, for the entire week, don't date. Yes, I was dating at that time. Don't flirt, nothing. And at that time, I went deeper into coaching. I discovered Tony Robbins and other things of coaching. And I thought, oh my God, this is something what I want to do at the age of 47, starting something totally new. So this was it. And actually, when I started that coaching career, I called my practice New Woman. Why? Because I felt like newborn.
The complete reinvention, like the genesis of something new for yourself.
Yes. And I didn't think, I was so, my God, I need to start everything 20 years together, right? In a foreign country. And I'm coming back from one foreign country to another foreign country. What should I do with my life? And that coaching is not that, yes, there are many coaches. I know that. And guys, I trust that they come really with certain mission, purpose, and the why they are doing what they are doing. And that helping me, because coaching helped me, that program. And I thought this is what is my new purpose in life.
Wow.
And it's beautiful. So I am grateful for that.
And how powerful, Sylwia, to go from a place of personal experience, because we hear like amazing coaches come from those experiences, the moment of having it all and being in a safe, secure place within ourselves in relationship and all of a sudden having to recreate ourselves. What better person to guide us in that journey than the person who's been through that?
Right, right, right. I understand what it is to be there. That's why I help especially women who are today where I was 8 years ago, right?
Mm,
Because I understand them. So it is not coaching like everyone can become a coach. And yet when you understand their emotions, the process they're going through, it's so valuable. It's so meaningful. It's so meaningful because my coaching, my help means so much to me. And I know when I help them, right? So I know their emotions, that sadness, anger, loneliness, hopelessness. I actually was depressed every morning
mm,
for a few weeks. I wanted evening.
mm,
And I didn't think that was depression, kind of. I thought I was dreaming still. Oh, no, it's not happening in my life.
mhm.
And yet reinventing yourself, who you are as a person who is not a wife anymore, you are becoming a new person, a new chapter in your life.
And it's a complete identity shift. You go
Yes,
from wife and mother to single mother,
yes.
completely new world. I know that as you continue to move through your career and helping women, how do you specifically support women over the age of 45 to embrace their confidence when they have been there in the same place that you have been? And why is it so important for women to get that support that you're offering?
Because I know I didn't do that first myself, right? I had that coaching that I didn't think it was that coaching kind of, from the beginning. But then through the coaching sessions, I saw it,
Mhm,
why it was so helpful. And I learned that indeed that exactly new identity you mentioned, Rocio, is who am I today? What are my values? Because we all are changing. What are my values
mhm,
today? What I
mhm,
value the most? I don't value the same. I value 10
mhm.
years ago, right? Or
You're a new
20 years
person.
ago.
You're in a new place.
Exactly, exactly. What are my needs today? So I help them identify them. What are their desires,
Mhm,
right? What are the fears, beliefs that all is changing in our
mhm,
lives? And to build this new identity, we need to go back, kind of step back. Okay, all those indeed
mhm,
questions. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? If you cut even your career, your job,
mhm,
who am I today as a person?
mhm. And what do I value? Where do I start to recreate and create myself newly as a new person for what those values align? Now, tell me, every time I see you, you're absolutely gorgeous. You're a beautiful woman. And you always radiate this positivity and beautiful energy. What's the secret sauce of staying happy and fulfilled every single day?
Oh, thank you, thank you for this question. Yes, we see each other pretty regularly here online.
Mhm,
And interesting that I hear that when I meet people in person. I also co-host events
mm,
in Amsterdam exactly for that reason. Say, how, Sylwia, what are you doing? And I want to tell you first that when I was married, I didn't know actually that was me. I was a
mm,
wife, someone. I am Sylwia Borowy. And I am kind of back that woman from, let's say, about 30 years ago when I was making that career,
mm,
25 years ago. So what is that? Maybe it is a buzzword, happiness. But that happiness is not that buzzword, how I see it.
mhm, mhm,
Because I really, I was not happy in my marriage. So when I
mhm,
exactly that process of finding who I am, finding my new identity, I discovered my happiness, and that is that self love. Being a mom, a wife, a good, taking care of them. They always got, especially living in Brazil, Mexico, fruit. Everything was for them. I love them. And what today I love myself because I'm sure I was not loving myself that way.
mm, mm,
I take care of myself. So this is the first thing that is so important to happiness. I think the self-love, self-acceptance. self-respect, building healthy boundaries. So boundaries like muscles, exactly. So self-compassion. I have today a positive attitude, and I think that helps. That happens. Something doesn't work. Something is broke. I think, okay, that's life. Things happen. Don't last forever, right? Even winter
Everything's
doesn't
temporary.
last. Yes. And then I think, okay, I'm going to solve it. I'm going to know it will not be forever. It will be like this. I'm fulfilled. I tell you that I am fulfilled as mom, and that coaching helped me to fulfill my new identity, its new purpose.
That is fantastic. So my invitation is for our viewers who are listening to this. Take a step back. Am I in the identity that is going to help me move forward? Or am I in an identity that is limiting me? Right? Who do I want to become? You know exactly who it is that you want to become and what aligns with you here now in your life. Now, Sylvia, we have time for one more question.
Yes.
And then we're going to go into the tips of what you would give women and men too who have been through these life experiences.
Look, so many things are similar, right?
So many things are similar. So many women struggle to balance their career ambitions, building a family, taking care of a husband, whatever that is for them, however it shows up, you know, whether they're trying to balance work-life balance, whatever that is. What do you think that what we give pressure, too much pressure and expectations? And I look at family, okay, I see family right now. It's like, okay, the woman must go to work. They must take care of the family. They're responsible. And then we forget about ourselves. The expectations are absolutely unrealistic for a woman at times.
Right. So we're doing so many jobs, right? That invisible, let's say that visible, that the corporate or a business, right? And that household, buying groceries, cooking, children, of course, this is work, and we still need to sleep. And the B for our significant others, right? And this is me coming from Poland, and I came, not that my parents told me, it was kind of normal, right? Cultural. And I know that in many cultures it's still the same. And that's so what was so I said my career there in Poland, and I came here, our children were a few years old. And then I wanted to continue my career because I'm an ambitious woman as well. I had my goals, I had my dreams, right? And I wanted to grow also professionally. And then my husband changed his job and he started traveling as well from time to time. I wanted that position in as an auditor because I am a risk person. I work in many different risk departments. I wanted to audit now risks. He said, yeah, but you will be flying. So, you know, someone needs to be at home from 9 to 5, right? And then I say bye to my colleagues, see you tomorrow, and pick up our children. And he's traveling. And you know what I miss really in my marriage, that support of my husband. Sylwia, I understand you. You want to grow as well. And now I started feeling that resentment. And especially when I saw that marriage was not working. And eventually when he asked me for divorce, I said, so I helped you with your career. And now where am I, right? That's why what I say, when you are in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, and you want to have children and you're building your career, do it. You always find a solution for who is going to take care of your children when you work, right? I mean, my children also went to crash. Also, my in-laws were there. Again, this was not enough because I had a job. I want to have a career. And that's so important, I want to say. And I noticed it's not for everyone. Definitely it was in my life. The gap between my husband and me was growing. We came together as equal professionally, and he was growing here. And then I was like this, you know? And then the gap is like there should be a balance, and not that I'm doing absolutely everything, the job, right? And he's only that job and traveling and you know, and that made us grow.
It's so interesting that you talk about that gap because we don't think about that gap when we're in the middle of it. We don't think about the long-term repercussions or what is going to happen. And you named something that was so important right there is that everything has a solution.
Yes.
We just must figure out that this can lead to a problem. Did we step back and take a look at life? And I know that you and I can talk about that now and say, okay, this is what I would do differently in my world. This is how things would function. And that's the beauty of what we're here to do today is to share that wisdom, to say, hey, there's an opportunity to take a look. What is going to happen 3, 5, 10, 20 years down the line? Will I be fulfilled as a result of taking on this responsibility and maybe stepping away from what I love, who I want to be, who I'm committed to be?
Yes, yes, yes. You need to, we all have needs. So I had that need as well to make career, right? It's not only to support someone. And when my needs were neglected or ignored, how did I feel, right? So yes, so don't put away when my, and then, we know also about empty nesters
Yes.
and also marriages that, oh, yes, because what can I do now? Because the woman, right, might say, wow, I've been at home all the time and now the children are gone for universities also. And marriage does not give any guarantee, any guarantee.
At all. Indeed. Indeed. And sometimes we don't think about that. We think about the longevity, that this is a forever. And I know that I've experienced it in my own family, both
Wow.
my parents, my parents were married until death do part. Well, my father passed away in his early 60s. My grandfather passed away in his early 60s. So now what? Where's that opportunity? And where both my mother and grandmother were left in that place? They didn't follow their passions, they didn't live their dreams. And where are they now today as a result of that? So quite interesting. Sylvia, in the next 2 minutes, like I know it's rapid fire, give us some tips and insights that people can take away with them today.
So for men and women, on purpose, I'm saying this and repeating this. Really, you come first. You come first. Because when you don't think about yourself, so that what I said, that self-love, self-care and everything. And again, I mean, that we say, put the mask first on your
Yeah.
face, right on the plane, right? It is really true. Because when you have no energy, you are not full of love of yourself, and you do it something out of obligation for others, like pleasing them, and not out of pleasure, out of love, because you don't have that love. Oh my God,
Yes.
not healthy. It's not healthy for you in the long term. So that would be one tip. For men and women as well is a healthy lifestyle. I started that at 47. If
Mm,
you really want to be strong, walking, vibrant in the future, today, and that healthy lifestyle includes personal development.
yes.
If you haven't done it yet, start reading anything or watch a short video of 5 minutes on personal development. Like, for example, this forgiveness. Let go what was there, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that you shared that personal development is part of it. I think you're the first person that I've come
Oh, really?
across that it's like personal development. Like, who taught us how to develop ourselves? So I love that you kind of like, put yourself first. And it's beautiful, like to think that personal development is an ongoing thing. I didn't just become out of nowhere. That's
Okay,
beautiful.
third thing. I will now say that third thing. I was just thinking it is still personal development. However, it is like an assignment, I would say. Write down whenever you have time today now. I say like whenever today now.
Mhm,
Those, what are your core three values? Just think like whatever comes to your mind
mhm,
right now. What are your three needs?
mhm,
What you really need? The needs and desires or wants. And
mhm,
I tell you, they are separate, they are different. Because you may want lovely car.
mhm,
I will not share any name, right? The
mhm,
question, you need this car, right? So that's why write for yourself and look at that and then ask yourself for yourself, where am I today with this?
mhm,
Am I aligned? Is my life aligned with those values. This is just the beginning, just a sign, just to
Mhm.
start thinking with those values, with those needs, and with those wants or desires.
Mhm.
That would
Beautiful,
be.
beautiful. Really to distinguish, decipher what it is. It's not just like putting it out. Is it a need? Is it a desire? Is it a want? Is it how does it allow me to continue to be aligned with myself? So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Really, thank you so much, Rocio. Absolutely lovely conversation. I've enjoyed. Thank you again for having me here today.
Thank you so much. And to our viewers, you know what it is. You know what resonated with you. I invite you to take a moment, listen to this interview again and again. Get all of the golden nuggets that are there for you and continue to create your version of a happy, healthy, and very wealthy life. See you on the next episode.